What's up, YouTube? Back with another video today. Today I just want to talk about the things that made me get into the gym. What was the catalyst? Why do I like weight training so much? Why is it such an important part of my life? Why is it such a staple in my life? In my previous video about the body game, I spoke a little bit about it. I'm gonna put a little card somewhere, either left or right. Y'all see it pop up anyway, but I spoke a little bit about what got me into the gym and what really made me so interested about it. And there's one catalyst that I left out, but let's start from the beginning again. One thing that really got me into the gym was pro wrestling. I brought that up in the last video, and I told y'all about how I'd see guys like Triple H, The Undertaker, Batista, John Cena, how they come out and they just have this really great build. You know, something that always impressed me, and again, these guys were characters that always carry themselves with a lot of confidence, and that was something that I was trying to get into as well. And this was, around the age of 11, 12 years old. Just seeing these things and just how they carried themselves and what they did during their matches, it just always impressed me because their physique always correlated and translated to their performance. Like, you could see they're high performing guys, and that was something that I just strived to be as a little kid, man. It was something that was important to me. I wanted to be at my best, and I started to understand that to be at my best, I have to look my best and feel my best. The second thing I brought up in the last video was Cristiano Ronaldo, and this was one of the first memories that I have of me really getting into weight training and lifting weights. I told you about it was a routine, it was a routine that I found back maybe when I was 10, 11 years old. I think it was on Nike Football's website. And I remember downloading it and just doing it religiously, man, just trying to follow it, because like I said in the last vid, bro, like when I saw this guy sometimes score a goal and take his shirt off, like it made sense. Just like I mentioned with the wrestlers, bro, like the guy performs at a high level, and to be at a high level, you've got to look your best and be your best. And if you don't look your best, you most likely won't perform at a high level. So just looking at him and taking those small little things from him, I tweaked that and pretty much just put it into my brain that if I want to be good at stuff, then I probably have to get into the gym and start or at least start trying to do the basics and getting it down, and then getting more and more advanced as time goes. And what's really impressive about it is that this is all from a very young age. I understood it really quickly. The third thing that really got me into weight training is definitely the challenge that it holds. Every time, especially in the beginning phases, man, every time I went in there, it was always a challenge to just be better than the last time that I was in there. If I did 30 push-ups one day and the next time I'm doing push-ups again, I want to do 32. Just that challenge, that mental challenge to just push yourself a little bit more. And I think that's where my intensity comes from when it comes to training, because of the fact that I know if I can reach this certain amount and I can do it with comfort and ease, that means I can always push a bit more and get to the next level. And with that being said, that leads me to the catalyst. What was it that really got me into weight training or into the gym in general? Well, I'm gonna tell you, back in 7th grade, I'm pretty sure it was 7th grade. I think, we were like around 13 years old in 7th grade, 13, 14 years old. I remember I was playing on the football team. This was back at Campbell Middle School in Smyrna, Georgia, man. I remember I was playing on the football team, and one of the coaches suggested that we start weightlifting and stuff to get our strength up. And I remember them taking us down to this really dark basement below basketball court, and they had all these weights and stuff down there, and my mind was blown, because literally everything they had in there was what I was looking for. Because prior to this, I'm pretty sure I was sitting on YouTube, like, watching guys lift weights or watching their routines, and now I finally had a chance to try my hand at it. And I remember we went to learn how to bench press, and like, we're loading up the weights, we're doing them, we're learning, and I just started to feel this dope pump in my chest. And not even that, just the fact that I was just throwing up the weights easily. And like, my coach, I remember him seeing me doing well, and he's like, yeah, put on some more. Like, they progressively overload the weight for me and smack it on, and I was still throwing it up. And just that feeling of mastering the weights, making them my bitch pretty much, that really, really pushed me to yeah, just stay in the gym and just to want to continue with it. I also remember as well, there was this sense of respect from my teammates and my classmates while we were doing this. Like, wow, like, this is impressive. How are you doing this, you know? And that sense of respect that I got from them as well. It's always good to be loved by your peers, especially at a young age. As you grow older, you don't really give a shit. But no, man, that sense of respect is like, it was something I appreciated, because I don't know, just like I said, it just made me want to continue, man. It made me want to continue and really get into this and learn how everything works. How can I bench more and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, the one thing that I wanted was a dope physique, man. A dope physique, just like I was seeing from the aforementioned guys that I brought up in the first couple of reasons. You know, the ultimate goal was always a dope physique that I loved. Because yeah, when I was growing up, man, I was a little bit chubby in that, man. I was a little bit chubby. Cheeks were getting a bit puffy, had a bit of a stomach. It's kind of interesting to see. Maybe I'll find a photo, just post it on the vid, man. But yeah, man, I was a bit chubby. But the thing is, I was very athletic. I was always outside. I was always trying to play ball, out biking, just being active. But I knew that with weightlifting, the benefits would be a bit more, because I'd be able to attain that physique eventually as I got older. It's funny, because I was talking to my brother just a few hours ago, and he was talking about how he remembered me being, or this transition from where I was a little bit chubby, and like within a few months he started to see a bit of muscle on me and stuff, and I was a little bit different. And that transition basically happened around the time where I was in that basement in 7th grade and found the weights, or the weights found me, actually. After discovering the catalyst, I knew that my dad had some dumbbells at home, and yeah, man, even those dumbbells too, man, they were also a catalyst in me. No, you know what? I don't want to say they're a catalyst, but they just played a huge role in me really getting into weight training and understanding and having respect for dumbbells. Firstly, because there's been a couple of times, or not even a few times, where I might have smashed my finger on my toe or something like that because of me dropping a weight on them, being a bit too overzealous. But I remember there were dumbbells at the crib, and I would use those, and most evenings before I would head off to bed or wind down my day, I'd either go out on the back porch or just do something in my room, whether it was 20 minutes of my day. And the amount of endorphins that I got off of that, man, it was ridiculous, because you just, where I felt at least like I was getting the hang of this, and I was seeing the results in the mirror, and I just loved it. I loved the feeling of being tired and exerting myself, and after exerting myself, going to sleep, recovering, and then wanting to do it again the next day, but take it up a notch. That was something that was really fun, man. Alright, anyway, so a couple years have passed now. I'm in the 9th grade, just started out in high school, going to Campbell High, and I remember that we had these forms from 8th grade. Before middle school ended in 8th grade, they gave us these forms of like what subjects you want to have and stuff, I think, or it was beginning of 9th grade, doesn't matter, but we had these forms you had to fill out of the subjects you want, and I saw that it was a weightlifting class. I saw that thing, bro, like, that was immediately checked off. Immediately checked off. I had to have that. I had to have that. But weightlifting class, that was really fun. Really fun. That's where I learned to lift weights properly and safely as well, because we had a coach teaching us, and it really pushed me a lot, because you're not only in there with guys that are freshmen, you're in there with guys that are sophomores, juniors, and seniors too. So guys that are bigger than you, stronger than you, and faster than you, and you get to work with them. They have a bit more experience than you, so they'll teach you a couple things. And obviously, like I said, bro, they're bigger than you, faster than you, and stronger than you. So you want to reach their level. It's like watching them train. It makes you train even harder, right? And I just love that aspect of it, because we all just pushed each other, and we all wanted to get better. We all wanted to get better. Remember a lot of times as well, if someone's trying to go for a PR, like the whole class is there, we're all supporting each other, right? So even though weightlifting is something that's individual, we also worked as a team, because we all just wanted to get better physically, and in turn, and getting better physically also made us better mentally in turn as well. I'm thinking a bit here. I'm gonna stop the video here, and I'm gonna make a part 2 of this video, because there's something else that took place in high school that pretty much shaped me, or shaped my core values when it comes to being in the gym and why I weight train and such. So I'm gonna make a part 2 of this for sure, because I don't want to make the video too long. But I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I'll see y'all in part 2 of this.